Tzu Chi volunteers deliver over 800 bags of rice to children and their family at a local school. Kedah Tzu CHi kindergarten children learn to make a vegetarian lunch for classmates and teachers. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. Zimbabwe Tzu Chi volunteers regularly visit Maulana Elementary in Epworth to show their care. This time they brought with them 838 bags of rice so the children and the community members do not have to go hungry anymore.
Those who are seriously affected by hunger, some are getting 1 meal a day. Our situation in our nation is very tough.
To welcome Tzu Chi volunteers into the community, those who live near Maulana Elementary have nearly all shown up. In Zimbabwe, anywhere is a cultivation ground.
Without education, truly you can't change anything. You need the education always that you can change your life.
This elementary school is located in Epworth. The community is filled with poor people. In addition, there are many orphans in the community. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers have been providing care, rice, and meals to eat since mid-year last year.
Tzu Chi is providing meals in our community, which is really helpful to the children here. We're very glad to receive this help. May God bless this group of volunteers.
The children are polite. When they receive the rice from the volunteers, it's always with a 90-degree bow of respect, and they don't forget to express their gratitude.
The students of the school are poor. They don't have food at home to eat. If they can eat a meal at school, then they won't be hungry at home.
Though there are many people here to receive the rice, it is done in an orderly fashion. At the end of the event, everyone gathered to sing praises of Tzu Chi.
Tzu Chi Thailand Chapter has held another free clinic for refugees. To fight the spread of the coronavirus, the free clinic participants had to take preventive measures, including measuring their body temperatures, disinfect their hands, and wearing masks. If their body temperature was too high, they would be treated separately. All these measures are taken to ensure the safety of all the refugees.
Before entering the free clinic venue, the refugees take epidemic prevention measures. Volunteers also help them put on masks. The 1,500 masks are donated by a local enterprise.
These masks are made in USA. They are as effective as N95 masks.
The free clinic participants are willing to cooperate with us and take epidemic prevention measures.
To avoid infection, the refugees whose body temperature is too high will be treated in a separate clinic room.
We ask them if they have been to epidemic areas or countries. We also ask them about the health conditions of their families and friends.
During the free clinic, the doctors provide checkups and consultation. The local nursing students also share health knowledge. The medical professionals and refugees work together to protect themselves and other people.
In Shanghai, China, the city is still under close management, and many medical professionals and police can now return home to unite with their families. Shanghai entrepreneurs have worked together to produce surgical masks. They gave the surgical masks to Tzu Chi volunteers to distribute to more than 20 hospitals in Hubei.
Their families are practicing great love. More than 100 Shanghai entrepreneurs cooperate through social media and distribute surgical masks.
The manager of Jingzhou Company, Mr. Chen, has obtained the approval to produce medical equipment from the Chinese government. He has agreed without a second thought to help out with the purchase of surgical masks.
The 5,000 surgical masks are to be distributed to 24 hospitals in Hubei.
The entrepreneurs put in effort and shouldered expenses to provide protection to the medical staff on the front lines.
Basically, our production line workers are working 12 hours a day from 8:30 in the morning till 8:30 in the evening. They're working at the fastest speed so we can quickly deliver these supplies into the hands of the medical staff.
The entrepreneurs have shouldered expenses and city volunteers are in charge of packing to deliver the supplies to 24 hospitals in Hubei. Meanwhile, city volunteers visit care recipients. In this family, the man drives a taxi and lacks epidemic prevention resources. The 3,000 liters of hypochlorous acid disinfectant is donated to Tzu Chi by a Shanghai entrepreneur.
I have the means to produce the supplies. I hope to share the supplies with more people. They can then provide them to people in need.
While some people live in fear of the epidemic, these people continue to do their part to bring hope to others.
Tzu Chi volunteers all over the country continue to produce reusable mask case as well as reusable masks as a way to help those on the medical front with a shortage in disposable surgical masks, including the volunteers at the Shanghai Jingsi Hall. Each day, the Jingsi Hall has volunteers coming in to learn how to contribute to the project. Recently, a 2.0 version has born where the reusable mask has an additional removable layer inside to increase protection.
With the coronavirus still on the rampage, Tzu Chi's reusable mask version 2.0 is getting an upgrade in protection. In order for users to change out the gauze layer and increase protection as well as comfort while wearing, the reusable mask is even more complicated to put together than before.
I didn't know what to do originally, but I've come with a humble heart and is learning from my seat volunteer.
Tzu Chi's Shuanghe Liaison Office has turned the first, second, and third floor rooms into sewing stations for the reusable mask.
Everyone has put in much effort into this task to ensure we form good affinities with people. I hope to help put an end to the epidemic and that we can return to our normal lives.
To comfort everyone's hearts, Malaysia Kedah Tzu Chi Kindergarten organized a blessing field activity to invite people to take actions to form good habits and encourage children to take care of their health with vegetarian diets. They also pray for the world free of disasters and illness. The train is taking children from Kedah Tzu Chi Kindergarten to the destination, and all of them look forward to the trip very much.
We have designed a tournament game for children to learn how to practice good habits in life. Especially now the world is experiencing so many disasters, we must cultivate blessings with good actions.
We can't eat this because it's chicken. It's not edible.
Through games, children learn to cherish animals and the land, as well as feel the beauty of nature with their hearts.
Oh. 我也学到动文法，还有 I 学到 Chinese 和 English 和 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 Chinese 和 En 口色好惡三好福田有身口意
The 3 good habits include mind, body, and words. We need to wash hands frequently and do more exercises. Besides, we need to eat more vegetables and invite others to go meatless. We also need to pray for people who are ill.
生病的人
The students pray for themselves as well as inviting their family to spread good thoughts in hopes the epidemic can be eased soon.
我们要邀约全部人一起来跟我们祈祷，这样子的话，你好，全部人的力量还才能去抵抗那个病毒。
Kedah Tzu CHi Kindergarten in Malaysia hosted a vegetarian kitchen activity for children to learn to cook simple vegetarian dishes. Let's see what they've made.
今天我们要煮麻油香鸡粥。
Today, the entire school's lunch are in charge by these young chefs.
请问你们在做什么？
We are frying ginger until it's cooked evenly and turned golden color.
The meals look very delicious. Other than sesame oil congee, there are also vegetable pancakes, tomato noodle soup, and sushi rice bowls. So Mu Jun, one of the young chefs, hoped to impact more people to join the vegetarian diet.
我是素食宝宝。
I'm a vegetarian baby. Many people are sick now because of the COVID-19 virus, so I want to invite everyone to eat vegetarian diets and do not eat meat.
给哥哥姐姐吃。还有谁？还有老师。
哇，好香哦！一定很好吃的哦，感恩哦。
Kedah Tzu CHi volunteers hope the students can learn from doing through the vegetarian kitchen event and pass down the message to love the earth together. Malaysia Tzu CHi volunteers appeal to everyone in the community to adopt vegetarian diet and pray. They also went to a company to promote vegetarianism and invited company staff to pray, hoping to influence more people to go meatless for eating disasters.
Chi volunteer was explaining diligently why it is necessary to go vegetarian during the period of severe epidemic. It is hoped that more people will adopt vegetarianism after listening to her advice.
Thank you very much for Tzu CHi volunteer to come and pray with us today. I hope that our colleagues can have a vegetarian diet for one day or one meal in a month and gradually increases the frequency. With such compassion, we can indeed protect our earth.
保护到我们的地球这样子。
The volunteer also demonstrated how to cook Jinshi instant rice, which is very fast and convenient. It just takes 20 minutes to cook, enhancing everyone's willingness to go meatless.
I think Jingsa instant rice is very suitable for those who are busy working. It is very convenient and delicious. It is also very healthy and environmentally friendly.
Apart from vegetarian diet, everyone is invited to pray together. The Muslim staff Karen agrees with Chi Chi's vegetarianism promotion.
So I feel and I believe that even just for a bit, or even a short while, going vegetarian will help the world become a better place, one step at a time.
Gathering kindness to pray together piously, to ease disasters, we need to begin with adopting vegetarian diets to protect lives.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19, constant news reporting, social media posts, and messages have been a mixture of truth and rumor. This has led to public panic far in excess of that of SARS 17 years ago. Some say the rumors are spreading faster than viruses. Today we investigate why fake news spreads so quickly and widely. Here's more.
So we have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
In this 2011 movie Contagion, the heroine ends her business trip in Hong Kong. After returning to the United States, becomes the first person to come down with a new type of meningitis. She is patient number 0 and the victim as the virus spreads rapidly around the world.
It's mutated.
We're now in a world where disease spreads all over the world.
We have 2 confirmed cases today, case 27, case 28.
New coronavirus epidemic is spreading all over the world. The Central Epidemic Command Center convenes press conferences from time to time to announce the latest epidemic progress. As the number of confirmed cases increases, the public's fears increase. Rushing to buy masks for epidemic prevention, pharmacies all over the country are seeing long queues. Seeing this panic all over Taiwan, the government had to implement a system to restrict purchases.
The strategy at play here is like hunger marketing in commercial business. When you see that everyone is lining up, you will want to do the same because of herd mentality. However, because of limited quantity, some people in line won't be able to get it, so they may be even more scared.
Communication scholars also say the biggest feature of the mask shortage is that society is being persuaded by panic emotions and information chaos. After all, there is too much uncertainty in the entire epidemic prevention process. One reason is that it only takes a swipe of the finger and we can get information about the spread of the virus. The speed of information is much faster than SARS, which occurred in 2003. In addition, various kinds of news such as epidemic prevention recipes and buying guides appear in communication software.
There are more and more channels for information transmission, and there are more and more platforms for communities to discuss information. Therefore, under such circumstances, it is inevitable that there will be some fake messages or some related issues that have yet to be clarified.
The message you leave is the message you care about. For example, because your entire thoughts are related to the Wuhan epidemic, this is the only message that enters your mind. You think about these things every day, and most of what you see are negative messages that scare you. So this strengthens your fear.
You and I may spread fake information. If you accidentally do it, fake news could evolve into version 2.0 or even 3.0. Although some people want to clarify, they are also afraid of being hated or even driven out of the group. Therefore, the current message epidemic may be more scary than the virus.
So in this case, the public cannot make a judgment as the government will transmit information to the public through any possible channel. If information is wrong, simply don't believe it and try to avoid panic.
The government has launched an epidemic prevention video, which has professional doctors explain the correct concept of epidemic prevention. However, when one turns on the TV, all news channels and newspapers continue to have headlines focusing on COVID-19.
The news media will choose topics that may play upon people's fear. The News Medical recently says that these things are also important to attract the public's interest and attention.
In a more appropriate way, if you like information that you agree with on social media, you will soon find that similar web platforms or fans with similar opinions beginning to appear on your timeline. This means our views could be limited or tailored to our tastes on social media. This means that you may choose a similar response as others, as many are simply afraid to be different when it comes to this epidemic.
Our brains will specifically search out things that make us feel scared and filter out some events that do not usually attract our attention.
Many may be overreacting to this epidemic, which is not entirely a bad thing because it means that people will take better precautions. Scholars point out that in the long run, people's panic behavior will eventually subside. With correct information over time, and people's emotional state will later dissipate and eventually return to normal.
45-year-old Estee Wei is a single mother. She suffered from kidney disease, so she needed to undergo long-term dialysis. Yet this posed her heavy financial burden. She has once stopped undergoing dialysis for 8 days because she could not afford the expenses. Thanks to Tzu Chi's assistance, she started having free dialysis in Penang Dialysis Center. The care from volunteers and medical staff made her become more independent, and now she helps other senior kidney patients actively.
Sitting next to the dialysis machine, Estee seemed quite weak. She needed to undergo dialysis 3 times a week, which was a heavy financial burden on her. She once stopped her treatment for 8 days because she could not afford the expenses for dialysis.
When we visited her, we found that her condition was not good because she was having fever. We immediately called an ambulance. When it arrived, her condition was deteriorating. She was given an oxygen mask and then sent to the hospital for emergency treatment.
After being rescued, Asiwari's condition gradually improved. Now, she has become the dialysis patient in Tzu Chi Dialysis Center in Penang. When she does not need to undergo dialysis, she still goes there to help others.
When she sees some people with mobility issues who take initiative to help, she has changed since coming here.
I undergo dialysis here and so do they. I understand their difficulties. I'm also a dialysis patient. I should help them.
Now she has a normal life. She goes to dialysis by herself every week.
I think she's more improving in terms of treatment and everything. I think she's more improving now.
Her life was originally not good. After being rescued by nurses and with the company and care by our volunteers, her health is gradually getting better.
The turning points and changes in life make Asiwari get healthier, leading to a better life.
Starting from March 1st, the state of New York bans the use of plastic bags, and the policy impacts the stores the most because they cannot give out free plastic bags to customers. The day before the ban was in place, New York Tzu Chi volunteers and the city councilor gathered in front of a Chinese supermarket to give out free shopping bags to people and also promote the use of reusable shopping bags. New York is the second state after California to ban the use of plastic bags.
Starting from March 1st, stores in New York follow the government's regulation that they stop giving out one-time plastic bags.
Starting from tomorrow, you must bring your own shopping bag.
Supermarkets use the most plastic bags, so the staff would remind their customers and the store would also paste their notice about it. The general public have already known this regulation, but it is not easy for them to get used to it.
我觉得蛮好的。是啊，这塑胶袋泛滥的太严重了。今天他给你塑胶袋，你怎么没拒绝？没有拒绝，因为他还没有实行啊。他给了我就拿。
This policy was adopted to follow the law on plastic bags in New York. Over 23 billion plastic bags are used in New York State every year, let alone over 10 billion in New York City. So the plastic bags have become the major polluter to the environment.
但是很多是浪费掉了，去了。
Many plastic bags are wasted. They either go into the ditches or to the ocean. Some were blown to the trees and were eaten by birds. It's bad for the ecology.
大自然的生态不好。
The state government has been encouraging the public to bring their shopping bags. New York Tzu Chi volunteers and the Chinese environmental group gathered before March 1st in front of a Chinese supermarket to give away 1,000 reusable shopping bags. However, they feel it is important to promote the policy.
Since the New York City began to think about ways to get rid of plastic bags, Tzu Chi has been promoting this in every supermarket in New York. We've been working on it since the past.
This month is the grace period for the regulation. If customers do not have their bags, the stores can charge them as little as 5 cents for every bag they need. But starting from April 1st, stores who don't obey the law will be fined at least $250 US.
U.S. Tzu Chi Social Education Center hosted an art exhibition to fundraise for Tzu Chi's disaster relief funds. Take a look and see you next time.